How do you do, G-Pot crew? It's your naughty buddy Putty here, and today we are talking Deadpool. More perfectly, Deadpool and Wolverine. First and foremost, welcome to 25 Days of Deadpool. You guys have already seen content on the channel. We have more content. We have some tier list. We're actually kind of rearranging some things or anything because I wanted to talk about a few things that happened. But before I get into what I'm talking about, because I don't think Campo knows what I'm talking about today. First off, let's talk about that. We have joining me today. First, down below me, as I said before, Campo, which I don't know what he's doing here, but apparently he's doing something weird. Oh, one of those. Okay, I got you. And then over on this end, over here, is JD 777, John of Donuts 777, drinking a Monster. I'm drinking a Dr.
Fruit
Pepper
punch.
Zero Sugar. Fruit punch. Ooh, that sounds good. I like the juices, though. I'm a big Monster juice fan and everything.
Peachy
But
Keen.
today, yeah, right. But today, guys, we're going to be talking about a couple things that I found out when it came, or at least realized, I should say, when it came to Deadpool and Wolverine, and we're also going to be discussing Marvel's methods to hiding things in the trailer, or just more importantly, CGIing things. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the viewing screen as we do so to view things at times, and talk about, well, first and foremost, some of the casting that's pop up here, as well as some of the stuff that was shown. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because recently we've just got a trailer that has Tyler Mane as Sabretooth in it, okay? But I noticed something when I watched this trailer. This is the old Buds trailer. If you look at the actual Best Friends Day trailer, they do the same thing, and you notice the character in the background that's supposed to be Sabretooth is hooded, okay? Which also made me think that quite possibly every single hooded character we see in this is some other character from other universe, or some, character that's part of this universe that you're trying to keep hidden. Because apparently, masking things with CGI, AI, whatever you want to call it, is a lot easier nowadays. And the reason I bring this up is because there's been whole conversations about Jennifer Garner playing Elektra, as you see here.
Who
TJ
cares?
Miller was. Well, TJ Miller is apparently says he's not in it. And then there's also a situation where the
Well,
old.
TJ Miller wasn't in the last movie either.
Yes, he
No,
was.
it was. He was in
Was
Deadpool
he?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the controversy with him was right during its
No,
release.
I know they did fire him though from
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Well, the reason I bring this up is because there's several things. Like I went through several things, and I'm, again, jumping in anytime when you guys see this stuff. For example, if we look here over on IMDb, we have, of course, Matthew McFadden as Mr. Paradox. Now, I don't know where Google gets their terms when it comes to casting, because this is literally the Google one, but it's showing him as Mobius, which is either an error or
Okay,
something that's
so
well
I
known.
can explain
That's
this to you. I can
He's a
explain this to you.
variant.
On
Ah,
IMDb,
mhm.
IMDb works like Wikipedia. If you're a donator, you can edit anything.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, so how does it work for
all
Google?
of these people could have just been added into this by some random guy.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
I'm not saying they are, but it that's a
See, because if you look
possibility.
if you look scroll down, there
Professor
you go,
Gabriel.
Patrick Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why it says rumored and everything. Because, like I said, that was the other thing I was going into. I'm pretty sure Tyler Mane might have been
Yeah,
added.
well, I'm pretty sure Tyler Maine's in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, no,
kind of
it is.
obvious.
Well, it's kind of obvious when they show him in this trailer right here in the trailer itself. You know what I mean? But see, I even went deeper with the casting here, where they jumped in between both. But my question for you guys is, and why I'm bringing this conversation up, is because we have all these ones that
Why
we
does
saw in the
Tyler Mane
trailer.
look like my long lost twin?
But
Tara
prime
Strong
example.
looks like Putty.
Nah,
Really?
nah. He looks more
Randall
like Buck.
Reader? Holy shit, is that Putty?
I must be every single character in this movie. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you do
okay
look
with
like
that.
Rob
Anyway,
Delaney.
I am pretty basic, as you know. Anyway, I mean, he's a good looking man. I don't know. Anyway, but my point to the whole thing is based on the rumors, because, for
Oh
example,
my God, it's John Travolta.
Jennifer Garner was on the set, and apparently, they said that Ben Affleck visited the kids and everything, and they said, "Oh, he's just visiting the kids. He's not in it." But then there's the other thing I want to bring up is, what's her name that played X-23 is Star Wars acolytes, okay? And so why wouldn't they take someone they already have there at their disposal to,
That's
bring
not
in these?
see, okay,
Because
that's
Star
not
Wars Acolytes is filmed in the UK.
but no, that's fine.
Good point. Good
That's
point.
not so much what I see the issue here. You sure put X-23 in it. Like the problem you're gonna have here is this is all look how many people are on this sheet.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna get 1,000 freaking dildo yourself in the butt 1 second cameos. which for
Yes.
me is not worth it. For you, I know you want that, but I don't want that. I think that's a
Well,
waste of time. I want like some kind of something out of Jennifer Garner, not for her to show up, be on screen, get
right.
stabbed in the face, and die. Like that doesn't do anything for me. I'm not wowed by that. Plus, Elektra fucking sucks, and Jennifer Garner also sucks.
And
And I'm
Jennifer
not saying
Garner
that
is
to be. I'm
13
not saying that
going
to
on
be.
30.
I'm not saying that to be negative. That's just genuinely how I feel. Like if you were gonna give me the people in this as cameos to like be like throw like some nostalgia berries out there. I want
Mhm.
Wesley Snipes. I want Nicolas
Which is
Cage
rumored.
as which is
That's rumored.
rumored. Well,
So,
he said
Yeah.
so
that himself.
well, yeah, but see,
He's
the
the
thing
one
is,
that
just
said that.
Tim and Hundred Billions. I just want to come back to this.
Give me
Okay,
So
Triple
why?
H.
Yeah, but like the characters back here that are on these platforms, the ones we even seen that's driving the vehicle at one point in the movie, which I don't have it
Yeah,
in this trailer.
I know.
Um,
I see. I know what it is. I know what you're talking about because they
yeah, well,
talked
my
about it.
right, all these characters, like we know this is Pyro, they're clearly showing his face. You know what I
But like,
mean?
that's what I want. I want Wesley Snipes. I want Nicolas Cage. I want Daredevil, Ben Affleck. I don't want Elektra, Jennifer Garner. Who
I
cares?
agree.
I don't want
I
Lady
agree.
Well,
Deathstrike. Who remembers that
mind you, Ben Affleck could use the cash now that he's getting divorced.
Well,
again?
Wait,
well,
no, he
that
were never married the first time.
Uh,
well, there was the whole situation. What was that movie that him, John Levy and Ryan Reynolds? It was that movie on Netflix, and I just saw it recently, The Adam Project.
Red
They were
Notice? Oh,
talking.
Adam Project, yeah.
Yeah, because for example, there's Mark Ruffalo. They were talking about how they're all close, because like in one of the Empire magazine interviews, they were talking about how they have a close relationship together, all of them as friends, but you also could branch off to Mark Ruffalo. That's why I feel like okay, Elektra was in that movie as the mother, if you remember in that movie, and so same
What,
situation
13
could be
going on 30?
no, the Adam Project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember she was the mother
Yeah,
to
I didn't
him as a
watch it.
kid.
it's a
Oh,
pretty
okay.
good
I thought
movie.
you guys
Is
seen it.
it?
Okay, it's
Okay.
actually it's a really good movie. My point to the whole
It's
thing
not
is
really
this.
good. It's pretty good.
Well, but my point to the thing. Thank you for
Canada's
that
through.
saying that. But my point to the thing is like for example, this is another one I was going to bring up right here. We already know that now Lady Deadpool is in it. Based on this picture, this is Lady Deadpool. Of course, the
Is
rumor
it, though?
mill.
Or
No,
what
you
if
know what
that's
I
just...
think this is? Do you want to know what I actually
Yeah,
think this
Tell me,
is?
tell me.
I think this is one of those moments where Bugs Bunny dresses up as a girl and it's just going to be Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
I mean, it could be. You could be right. I mean, I don't think they would go that far, but I mean,
I think they
it's
would.
also Dead.
I
I
think
mean,
they would. It's Deadpool. You can push the limit. See, this is the thing. I don't
Push it
care if
to the
if all
limit.
these things happen, good for it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's fine. I'm not excited to see Lady Deadpool because that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
I know for you it does. Like I'm just giving you the outsider aspect, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
Just
like,
give me a good damn movie.
yeah, just make the movie good. I
Well,
don't
I'm
need all
very-
this wishy-washy nonsense. You
Well,
have a
that's-
good cast. You have a really good cast.
Now, if you go up at the top, like I was saying earlier about Mobius, Mr. Paradox is a variant of Mobius in a different universe. But
Right.
then again, we know what's his name, because we know Owen Wilson's going to be in this film.
Well, I mean, how do we know? Like,
They said Owen Wilson is Mobius in this film.
Yeah. What do you mean? He's in the first trailer, isn't he? Doesn't he
No,
show
he's
up
not
in the very first
no,
trailer?
He's not, no, he's none of the trailers.
I swear he was in that.
No,
But there
he's
was
not.
like when they were talking about Deadpool, they were talking about Owen Wilson
Right.
is going to be,
Right, but then that's the whole.
unless Owen Wilson gets killed off by this Matthew McFadden.
I don't know, but see,
Right at
'cause
the
thing
beginning,
is- well, they
and
said
his-
Owen Wilson. The rumor mill, or what's said online, but again, I don't know if this to be true. Is that Owen Wilson actually has a bigger part than Matthew McFadden's character actually does? So maybe you're right. Maybe it's the variant. Actually doing the variant issue with Paradox, just like they do from the comic books and everything, because this is roughly based on a lot of variants. Because now what they're doing with the Deadpool corps is mainly making those the variants, and see. Based on
But see, is this going to be a Deadpool and Wolverine movie, or is this going to be a Deadpool core movie?
well, no, because
This is what I'm afraid of now.
No, I get it, but let me explain one more. I think that's just going to be for me. That's just basically feeding those little things in there. I think the main story of the whole situation, especially with the view of the whole 20th Century Fox and this is it this one right here, the whole 20th Century Fox being the background now. I think the whole situation is breaking the fourth wall, but they're using the multiverse situation as a grounds to explain that Wolverine himself, because they talk a lot about Deadpool saying you're the reason we need you and everything. I think the whole multiverse broken situation, they're trying to use this as a fuel for making multiverse bigger, and that Deadpool is just one that realizes he's in a movie while the other characters don't. So they're containing everything, but also making it to where they can introduce these characters into it and then make it streamlined where it's not, a movie, like actual like a movie
I'm
at that
still
point. You know what I mean?
sticking with my theory that everything we're seeing in the trailers is the first like 30 minutes of the movie, and it's all just a ruse to get where they're going. So none of the
Which I'm
people
fine
we
with.
think are the villains are going to be the villains. None of the people we think are going to be with them on the team are going to be on the team. It's going to be like we're going to get through all of this really quick, and then there's going to that's so the movie's pretty long. And then after
Yeah.
that, there's going to be like an hour and a half of the actual movie. Like this beginning
Which
part
they
is going to
can
be all your fan service, and then it's just going to be over.
Which
Like
I'm
this is
okay
like
with
a
that.
purgatory between universes.
the one thing I do think that is going to show up, the one person I think is going to show up that nobody even made a comment to is I think
Please.
Doctor Strange is going to show up to this movie,
Well, yeah, and the main thing, I mean, okay, first and foremost, I'm gonna make
and they're
make
keeping
this
that
clear.
really well hidden. He's
Yeah.
going to be, I think, the only actual MCU character showing up.
See, Cassandra Nova, if you remember, they actually show this in the clips, and the clips, and if I can find it in one of the clips, I'll show you.
Yeah.
When they go through the portal, you see Cassandra Nova standing there, and she's not stopping them from going through the portal. So if she's connected with that, she could be the reason I agree with you on that is because I feel like maybe she did open the portal, but then what happens is Strange sees this happening because he can any magic he can track, and at that point he's like something's wrong here, and that's when he meets up with them, and I don't know if they're trying to use the whole self-healing as a catastrophic event situation between both Deadpool and Wolverine and saying, hey, you two
Dr.
are strongest
Circlehands.
because you can. Wait, say it again.
Dr. Circle Hands.
Yeah, Dr. Circlehand, yeah. But like, I mean, I'm wondering if that's what they're making the catalyst of is because they're able to heal. They're because another thing I'm embarking on is they're talking about how Wolverine destroyed his world, and that he's a danger to the whole situation. So like, what does that mean? Like, that mean that having one Wolverine dead means that it's going to topple all of them because he's some kind of leg, like some kind of anchor to these Fox universes was what they're saying. Because I mean, I get why they would say that because yeah, Hugh Jackman has led basically the Marvel or the Fox universe into what it is now. And honestly, a lot of people think that if it wasn't for Hugh Jackman, we wouldn't have continued this path of X-Men as we have it now until we got here.
But then again, he could have killed it all with X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They didn't keep going with that theme in that way. Because I mean, remember, the Origins movies were supposed to continue. They were going to do a Magneto Origins movie too, but because of the flop that was X-Men Origins Wolverine, that never ended up happening. It never came into fruition. And MCU kind of does the same thing when it messes up on stuff. Prime example is we already know, or how I feel. I think that because of Ant-Man Quantumania being so horribly bad, that they decided that they wanted to make the whole idea of everything being a train wreck in multiverses as what did they call it? What did they call it back in the comic books? Reed Richards called it. It was called and I remember we talked before, but I forgot it. It was at the end of Doctor Strange. He said it too, and not a cataclysm event, but like a
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, as someone in comments, I'll write it on the screen. I'll Google it later on. I'll write it on the screen when I'm trying to think of. But I think that's what they're trying to do. Is I think they're trying to use the Fox universe as a way of saying that event is happening, and that the TVA is trying to keep it in grounds. Because here's my other thing too, and this is something I've been wanting to ask you guys too. How does this fit into Loki? Because we're bringing the TVA in, so is the Loki story afterwards, or is he actually still the god of the stories during this movie? Like, is he seeing this as it's going on, or is this before that all happens? And if so, why is it we never got a hint of this?
I
in
think
Loki?
he exists outside of time now.
Yeah.
So it's all happening relative
On
to
one
whatever
of
he's
it's
doing.
happening on one of those branches that he created.
I got you. Okay. Because I mean that's cool. Because then that means Loki sees these events happening and is well aware that's happening. So I mean that might also mean Loki might appear in this movie. I mean,
No, I think Loki.
you don't think so?
No.
I don't
Okay,
think you need that.
No, I
don't
get
think
it.
you need that. You
I get
named
it.
4,000 people that might show up for 30 seconds. I don't need Loki as well.
Well, I mean, the thing is like they're trying to hide so many stuff, and like I said, the reason I brought it before is again, all these characters are in these hoods. I guarantee you, I just have a feeling these have been CGI'd, and they are a actual character. Because why have
It's
these
probably
random
just
characters?
characters that we've seen already. One of them's Electro, one of them is Toad, one of them.
Well, no, Toad's already in it, but see, the thing is,
Or
Toad's
they're
not in
just
the hood.
goons.
Yeah,
You think they're just goons? Because I mean, I
They
don't know.
could be.
red
I
herring.
mean, again, the same situation with the whole thing. Like I said, that's the
Once
reason
again,
why
like I said, I think this whole thing is just a subversion of expectations. They're gonna give you this huge epic beginning with all this stuff, and it's just gonna end and go into like a real Marvel type story where you were
Right.
expecting like Deadpool. Like I still think it's gonna be like a Deadpool movie, but you're
Right, right.
expecting just straight up nonsense Deadpool shenanigans, and then
That's
it's
why I
gonna
think that
stop
diner
and then go
scene-
into a real movie.
If you look at that night, there's that scene
Or
where they're
he's
sitting
gonna
in the
wake up. He's gonna wake up and it's gonna be a dream, and this was his dream, and it's just gonna go back into
the
like
whole
regular
Fox,
stuff.
the whole
Yeah.
Fox universe was a dream.
And he never
I
met
mean,
Wolverine's not even in the rest of the movie.
I mean, that could make sense. I mean, I don't foresee the whole Wolverine not being a movie only because they named it Deadpool Wolverine. Because in that,
But that
sense,
could be just a way to get people in the theater.
true. You're right. You know, you were totally right about
And
that.
he
Yeah.
is in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong about that too. I don't know. I wanted to bring it up because the main thing that brought my attention to it was the whole thing with Tyler Mane being, CGI'd out here and then seeing the hood. Because even when I did the comparison, if I can get back to it, I'll show you guys real quick. He's clearly wearing the same outfit too. You see, with the one from over here as well.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder: does that mean that these are all just wearing hoods and their actual?
They could
outfits
just
are
be
actual-
goons.
No,
I
you could
agree
be
with
right.
Campo. I think they're
But
just
like,
goons.
if you go back on the other screen, go back on the other one.
Yep.
See why would Ryan Reynolds release a version where one guy is un-CGI'd and Marvel release a version where none of them are CGI'd? Like, to me, that means like the only CGI is probably just him.
What are you talking about right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh, you mean
CGI,
from this scene.
it's probably just him.
But see,
Yeah.
but see, at the same time, they could be doing this as CGI
But
still. and
why
they
does it
just-
matter?
Why?
Because
No,
they're
I'm
trying to-
joining him.
they're
I
trying
wanna-
to-
Unless like you said, unless we said that guy on his right is Toad, because look, he's hunched.
But look,
But see,
this is
but-
my
but see,
point.
So
is
that
now.
could
hidden
be
in
that's
another
Toad
scene.
and Callisto.
This is my point. If the movie comes on
right.
and those people are wearing hoods, even if that's fucking Batman and Superman, and they take
Right.
off their hoods later and it's Batman and Superman. If the movie comes on and I see Tyler Mane there and two guys with hoods, I will never trust anything you say again. Because
No, I get it.
your
But see,
speculation
that's-
is so irrelevant on this because it could still be those people without
No,
them
you're right.
having to not have hoods on, is my point.
It's
You see what I'm
beyond
saying?
speculation. This is now just
Yeah.
wishful thinking.
I'm not even
Well, no.
saying you're wrong. I'm saying
No.
the
Right.
fact that you think that they just have to can't have hoods on, but it could still be those guys just with hoods on.
Because if you look on the left
You know
side of
what I
that
mean?
screen, see on the left side of that screen there?
Yeah.
On the left
Right here?
on your right side of the screen. There's
Over here.
Yeah, go a little further to the right. See that?
This guy?
A little further. Yeah, further to the left now.
This guy.
A little further. The one with the arm
This guy.
exposed. Nope, just the one with the arm
Oh, this
exposed.
one here. Yeah, him.
Yeah, go back to the other video that you had. That could be that person standing at the top.
I mean, I guess so. Because see, things right
No,
here,
like all I'm saying is it could be those people that you're saying.
Yeah.
But the fact that you believe that they CGI'd them out just for this moment and they're not allowed to have hoods on in the movie is why I think it's rampant speculation.
I get it. I was just
Yeah.
like I said, it was based on the comparison, and like I would be excited to think. I think that they were doing really good at hiding stuff with the trailers, and that we actually have characters here that are not even
But
here.
why can't they just be really good at hiding it generally? Why does
Well,
it
no,
have to only be for the trailer?
Well, no, the reason I say that is because you saying like stuff like Toad, like we already know Toad's right here. That he's clearly in the trailer, right
And that
here,
looks
you
like
know?
Toad in the other picture too, like exactly what JD said.
See the way he's hunched over? That's Toad.
Right, but then if we already know Toad's in the trailer, why would they hide that part?
Because
then?
he's not
Tyler-
hiding him. That's just him with a hood on.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see.
Like
what
they're
you're
He's just
literally
wearing
in the
a
desert.
hood.
They're just
The
wearing
first-
a hood.
Oh,
The
and
first
this could-
person they probably reveal is Sabretooth.
I see.
and
what
then
you're
they
saying,
all
and
get
then they keep
together with
revealing.
Cas-
Yeah,
Amazing
now
Cassandra
you
Nova.
understand what my point was.
Okay,
They
I
could
get what
still
you're saying,
be
okay.
those characters. It's just I don't think
That's
they
probably,
CGI'd
like
hoods
I
on
said,
them.
that's
I think
either
they're wearing
probably
hoods.
Toad and Lady Deathstrike, or it's Toad and Callisto. One of those
And that
two.
makes sense, too, because you can't. If you're right, and this is just like the first 30 minutes, or even the first hour of the movie.
That's what I think. I think you're gonna have that little party. He's gonna go get Wolverine. They're gonna go through this whole journey to get to where they have to go, which is like to where the TVA tells them they're supposed to go, and then the actual movie is gonna start. This whole part here is just all fan service,
Fluff.
like Deadpool fluff.
Yeah. Which I mean, again, either way, it's okay as long as the movie's good in
Like,
general and it's
see this
fun.
part? This part, like, there's such a huge setup for this where he's like, you guys haven't fought. I
Yeah.
never saw this trailer. You guys haven't fought. This is what everyone's waiting for. And it's going to be like 10 seconds. He's just going to kill him and it's going to be over.
Oh yeah, because they made it really epic. Because like even going into it, they basically
Right?
just
But
charged at
doesn't
each
that
other.
feel like a Deadpool thing for it to be like,
Yeah.
ah, and then he just kills him? And it's like, okay, what the hell is the
Well,
point of that?
well, unfortunately, that's already been known now. So that's I
Well,
mean,
he doesn't. Obviously, he doesn't kill him here because later in the film we still see him in the
Or is that
trailers.
prior in the film?
you talking about Sabretooth?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
No, I was referring to Sabretooth. I thought you were talking about you're talking Wolverine.
I'm
This
talking
is-
about Sabretooth.
We're talking about Sabretooth. I don't think he kills
Yeah.
him here because this is the first time they've seen each other. The way they act in this trailer, it's like the first time they've seen each other in a long time.
What if they hug here?
Well, but yeah, but you gotta
That
remember
would be
these also
hilarious.
variants. What if these were-
I would love
That
that.
would be hilarious. But remember, this is also based on variants. This Wolverine's not the Wolverine that we've had in the Fox universe. It's a different one. Same
Yeah,
thing. The same.
exactly.
It could be a different one from another
Exactly.
one.
And they could run at each other, right? And then the camera pans out and it goes, you've got to give the people what they want. And then they hug.
Well, yeah, that would be actually kind of funny if they did that way. Either way, the motivation for this video was like I was really hyped about this to see him because you guys knew we've had this conversation in past videos. Even though he's a bad actor and the character as far as acting wise, X-Men Origins Sabretooth way better. Visually, I always liked Tyler Manning's Sabretooth. It was more close to, I mean, not more close.
I like him better. I think Liev
Okay,
Schreiber is a better actor, but
Mhm.
I think that Tyler Mane Sabretooth feels more like Sabretooth.
Yeah, 100%. And like I feel more happy about the way it visually looks in this one too. But again, and see the thing is we were talking about that too. The reason why I got so excited about looking at it is because I had lined both of these up perfectly for both of the scenes. And what I noticed too in that situation was even the lighting. But of course, I guess that's based on, I didn't know if it was based on.
But is there
the
any
height
other
of-
scenes where there's people like missing and stuff?
No, not yet. That's the first time that this has been seen. That's why I wanted to actually make this because there's not been anything else, and no one's made a video on this yet. Because you know me, I get into these videos, so I was like, I need to make this. I want to find out and bring this up. Which, by the way, guys, the trailer released literally a day before. This is the 29th, but this video will not go on the 29th. So we're talking about this a day after. So we jumped on this bandwagon first. But anyway, so I'm just putting that out there.
Wow.
But hey, I'm going to take that credit while I already know it. You know what I mean?
Could you just
But, like,
imagine how bad, like, we need to talk with this for a second, like
Okay.
how bad the stench of dead Ant-Man probably is? Like, that's a massive body.
Yeah.
Oh, and there
And see when they open up the steam, that steam comes out.
And see, this is actually, if you look right here, they said right here, this is Leviathan. This is actually apparently the body. So the full body is dead. So what they did was it's not on this one. What they did is he literally is just lays down with his head
Go
like
back
this.
a bit. No, go back a bit. Nope, a little further. I want to
Talking about
see.
back to
No, when they see where the open field is. There. Yeah,
there?
yeah, go back there. I just want to say shout out to the CN Tower.
Yeah, right. That's been shot out a long time. Of course, it's Ryan Reynolds. It's Canadian, man. Of course, then Logan.
Yeah, but
is Canadian.
Vancouverites hate Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
And we
I
hate
didn't know
them.
that. Wow, I
We
didn't
hate
know there was
everybody.
I didn't know there was a thing going on. But
And the
But
Quebecois
yeah.
hate us too. Tabernacle.
Wow, that's messed up. You can't say that on TV.
We're not on TV on the internet, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was just excited to bring
I
that
doubt
up.
Putty has many Quebecois viewers.
They probably, yeah,
no.
he does, Ali.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Ali then. Tabernacle. Osti.
Also, I want to bring up one other thing too, and it was brought up in this. And I'm gonna see if I can show it to you guys, but someone pinpointed in
We
this
just
part.
popped Ali, didn't we?
Wow. He's probably like lost.
All right, I don't know if I can get it here, but apparently, Juggernaut is in this part, very small, like in the
Oh
background.
yeah, you
here.
could see him. You could see him.
You
You can see the shell of his suit.
Yeah, so Juggernaut is it's not the Juggernaut from that Deadpool movie, which they should. That was the
It's
better
not Vinny
No,
Jones.
it's- I'm
Vinny
the
Jones does not want to do it.
It's
No,
I'm
he
the
said he didn't want
Juggernaut
to-
bitch.
But they're saying
That's
that
not Vinny
it could be
Jones,
another-
no.
But they say
It's a
it could be
different
another actor. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. But he's wearing the same suit from X-Men 3. You know what I mean? Or Last Stand, whatever you want to call it. I fucking forgot what it was called. And then
I just want to know who Mac is playing.
Probably Mac.
From
Rob?
Sunny in Philadelphia.
You know, they should cut
Yeah.
to a scene where it's like the apocalypse, and the only 3 people left in Philadelphia are just those 4 in the bar with Frank.
Charlie Day,
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Well, they've
Be
already,
awesome.
there's rumors out there that he's playing a TVA agent. That Ryan Reynolds has already revealed that, but I don't know if that's true or not. So he might be just playing a TVA agent. The one actually that he said that might be the one that gets scarfed up in the thing, so his like helmet falls off and you see him. I don't know if again, I don't think he has like a
Did
huge part in
Jason
the movie.
Fleming play Azazel in the other movie?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah, and see that's the reason why I'm
He
also
was in
looking
first
at this.
class. Yes.
Yeah, he was in first class, and again, we already know that he's in the trailer. But yeah, so I mean, that's where I wanted to lead into. I mean, I feel like characters like Negasonic Teen Warhead
You
is
can
not
give
going
me
to
as much
return.
of her as you want.
Yeah, but she's probably going to be only in that first scene. Literally, that first scene, the birthday with Colossus. I feel like all those characters are just not going to be there anymore, unless they come in for some kind of epic battle. But again, I don't know.
Well, I think they'll come in at the end.
They could be.
He's gonna be like, I have some friends I can call.
Well, see, the thing is, we
And he's
also
gonna bring
know
the
this.
cab driver and
Dopinder,
Negasonic Teenage
yes.
Warheads. It's gonna
Yeah.
Colossus is gonna come and Yukio.
But here's my other thing that I'm going to bring up. The other thing you guys didn't notice, but they actually show clips or they actually show images through some magazines, is Rob Delaney's character Peter actually plays a car salesman, and Ryan Reynolds, or sorry, Deadpool Wade Wilson actually works for him. So that scene you see where he's looking at his little suit in the locker, that's him working at the car dealership with Peter's character. And
So
we have a
Peter's
scene.
not dead.
No, he's not. Well, he's actually in the trailer in the beginning of the trailer
So
with the birthday
is Brad
scene.
Pitt back?
That's why I'm worried. They make
We
jokes
just can't
saying
see
he
him.
might be.
He's doing
Yeah,
his best
exactly.
John Cena.
Exactly. Like, but yeah, see, there's Peter right there in the birthday scene, and then there's another scene with
And
him
right
in-
beside him, see that open area? That's Brad Pitt right there.
Yeah, exactly, right here.
That would be
But
such a good
He's
joke.
vanishing right there. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to do that. But I mean, other than that, I really had to bring it up. I really had to bring it up with that scene. Of course, this is the part where people said they saw Elektra's elbow. I don't know. It doesn't matter either way. My point is, I'm excited. I wanted to bring that up to you guys and see what you think. Is there anything else you guys want to add? Because again, what we're going to do is I'm going to come
Doc
back.
looks like Larry, CM
I
Punk.
just want Blade.
I do too. I agree. I want to say this right now too, guys. I'm doing this as a part 1 video. The guys didn't know this until actually I just brought it up recently, or I don't care if I'm not
What?
both of you. This is gonna be a part 1 video. I'm gonna do another video if they reveal any more casting, and then potentially do a part 2 right before the movie comes out to give us an idea. Maybe we can do some fill-ins ourselves based on what we talked about now and what we've seen in the past. Other than that, I think I pretty much have decided, seen what I want here. Anything else you guys want to add before we kind of close this out, or anything that you guys are excited about in general?
To the movie.
The movie.
I just want, like I said, I just want the movie to be good.
I mean, I think essentially. Oh, good lord! Hello. Good lord! Dang, camera just went.
Just turn it off and on.
I know. But with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Guys, we're gonna be doing a lot more Deadpool content and everything. Make sure you guys check out their channels. Again, as I usually do, these will be at the end of the video. Also, like I said, I'm gonna try to do a part 2. Stay tuned for the tier list. They're coming soon. You're gonna like one of the tier lists. It involves a spider, and not the way you might think. It does, but it does involve a spider. But with that being said, as always, I'm Putty with the G-Pop crew, and you know what we do. We do Deadpool videos like this and other things too. And
Yabba dabba doo.
Ooh.
we'll see y'all later.